Hey guys, welcome back to TerraFirmaCraft. Since the last episode, I've done some work on a blacksmithing building. It's looking pretty good, I think. I've kind of got it finished. There's obviously going to be a few tweaks here and there I've done, but this is the basic outline, so let's jump in and take a look. So I've got a little indented doorway. I think that looks pretty cool. This is just like a little flower patch using rye crops because they're not too important. If they don't grow, I'm not really too worried, and I've got about 20 spare seeds. So if we go in, it's looking pretty cool. I've got a mix of bricks and smooth stone or natural stone. I've got a bunch of gold ingots stacked up on here and some bismuth bronze. I'm going to need loads more of these ingot casts. Yeah, this is going to be the forge. The bellows will go here, and like you do have to have a chimney on this, but you don't have to have it straight above the fire pit. So I've got my chimney extended to the back a little bit so that we don't get any rain falling straight on our fire pit and ruining it. This over here will eventually be a bloomery once I get to the stage where I need to use iron. This will help us get iron, or I think it basically turns the raw iron into wrought iron, and yeah, then you have to kind of purify it using an anvil or something. But we're still quite a way off from that. The back looks okay. I still need to do a few tweaks here and there. The chimney looks alright. It's not the best. I think I might be able to take a few of these blocks away just to make it look a little better. But yeah, that's good stuff. And today we're going to get started on making the first tier of anvils, which is going to be the copper anvil. Well, actually, no, the actual first tier of anvils is a stone anvil, so I'll show you that right now. You basically just get the stone that naturally spawns wherever you are. So if I go over to this naturally spawned stone, this is rhyolite, so I need to use rhyolite for my first anvil. If I'm in this biome anyway, this area. So if you basically just right click on your piece of stone that you're going to use with your hammer, then that should turn into an anvil. You see that it kind of shortened by about 1/8 of a block, and then you'll be able to, and then you can actually open it up. We get an achievement, hammer time, and you can put your hammer in here. Yeah, there, your hammer goes there, flux goes here for welding, and this is where you put different items and stuff. So I'm going to need to actually weld together some copper ingots into copper double ingots, and I think we don't actually have to use the forge for that, but it might be easier to use the forge. I think we can just cook them up in not crucibles, in what are they called, the ceramic jug things, the vessels. We can just cook them up in the vessels, put them in the ingot casts, and wait for them to be at the right temperature, and then we can weld them like that. But it's a bit risky, and you have to be really quick about it. So I've got quite a lot of copper. That is quite a lot. I may need more though. I think we need like 32 ingots in total. But our copper mine's just over there. Let's get the flux. I think I put the flux in here, didn't I? In this one. There we go. And also went and collected a ton of gold from the gold mine that is right below here. There is so much in there. It is unbelievable. I can't even comprehend how much is in there. Every time I dug another piece of gold, like I saw another 3 pieces, so it's just absolutely crazy. Let's put the flux in there. These are basically plans to change what you're making, but we can't do that just yet. So we're going to need to get some copper and stuff and get that smelting up. But I want to actually get the forge made, or the fire pit, whatever you want to call it. I think it's a forge technically. And for that we're going to need charcoal. And to make charcoal we need to burn a bunch of logs in a charcoal pit. So I've made a start on that. It's getting night time, so we're probably going to have to sleep soon. These fruit trees are growing nicely. So this is the start of the fire pit. This is the basic structure. You need to have it looking like this. This is where you'll put the fire. but it's not quite finished. All of these log piles have to be full of logs, by the way, just so you know that. All of them are full, and then you have to do a separate layer on top right here like this, and then fill those up as well. So I'm just going to go around filling these guys up, and hopefully we can get this charcoal pit started today. And well, yeah, I'll probably finish today. It doesn't take that long to cook up, I don't think. One more in there, and let's fill the rest up. I can hear a baby zombie come in. Right, so they're all full. We need to put a fire in there and another log pile on top of that. There it is. And then we need to cover it with dirt, otherwise it will just burn up and won't turn into charcoal. So I've got tons and tons of dirt in there in my little storage building. Now I can hear absolutely tons of baby chickens. And we can sort of see them through the door as well. Let's go and take a look. Oh yeah. They've been hatching. And we've still got tons of eggs left. Wow. Chickens. I may have to eventually take the Rooster. In fact, let's name this guy. I had a comment. One comment telling me to name this. And the name suggested was Walter. And I quite like Walter. So, yeah. This guy's new name is Walter, and I may eventually have to move Walter out of the chicken coop. If we're getting too many chickens, we will definitely have to move him. Let's see if we can sex the little baby chickens. Oh, we can. That is interesting. So the males we may have to get rid of. I won't do that on camera because, yeah, it's not a pretty sight, but we may have to get rid of those. And yeah, once we've got too many chickens, we may have to move Walter elsewhere. We'll put him in the house for a little bit of company, so we can keep nice and warm in our house. And yeah, just so we're not getting too many chickens, because otherwise it will just get overflowed. And yeah, that's not good. So let's go sleep, make it daytime, get a bunch of dirt, and we can finish off this charcoal pit. And yeah, I think this looks pretty good. I'm quite happy with it. It's not the design I was hoping for. I was hoping to go sort of open plan without these actual walls here, but that's the best I could do, or that's the best I could come up with while having walls and not spending too much time on it, because I wanted to get a video out quite quickly. Right, let's go up here and sleep. And you should hear Walter. There he is. That's a beautiful voice you've got there, Walter. Right, let's grab some dirt from in here. Let's just grab 32 stacks. Now, I'm going to need a fire starter and a bunch of sticks. And let's get a full stack of logs on the bar. Right. Let's get this started. Ooh, there's an indie man. I'm just going to leave him to it. Right, so let's actually start covering this with dirt first. May have to do an outside layer first, because yeah, it's just going to do that. And you kind of have to shift click the dirt on top of these log piles, otherwise you just try and access the log pile itself. So this basically has to be covered on every side. There can't be an air block or a block of air next to a block of wood, otherwise this thing will just go, like literally it will just be gone in seconds, just fire everywhere. And that's not what we want. We want it to smoke away slowly under the dirt and turn into charcoal. And that was not what I wanted either. I'm stuck in here now. Right, let's take that out. And that's just going to keep happening, isn't it? Right, I need to actually put the fire on here, I think. And yeah. Right, this is going to be tough. Let's do that. Let's get... Have I got any wood? Right, let's... I've got an idea. Let's get a plank. No. That's a plank. And we can... Hopefully... let me put that there, and I'll go like that. Right, so that's blocked. And we can get the dirt around it, hopefully. Aha! And now we can open this up and put the fire in there. Hopefully the dirt doesn't cave in. No, that's okay. And let's break this one, hopefully. Yes, right, no more fell in. Now I'm stuck again. God damn it, right. Okay, that is more like it. I need to eat quickly. So we need to start one of the little campfire things right in the middle of this, then put a log pile on top of it, then put dirt on top of that. However, once we light this fire, and we probably need to put a few logs in that fire as well once we light it. Once we light this fire, we only have 20 seconds before this thing just starts burning. So we have 20 seconds for it to register as a charcoal pit, and then it will just start burning. So 3 sticks on the ground. Alright, am I ready for this? Need a few logs to put in there. And actually, let's get a few logs there as well. Right, so make that a fire. Put a few logs in there. Put a log pile on top. Quickly fill that and dirt it up. And yes, we should have done that. We can kind of tell by the little smoky particle effects that we're getting. That should be working. And we should have done that right. So eventually I will have a building to make this a lot easier, so that we just basically fill the building or the little room with log piles, then set it on fire. But this will do for now. We only need one charcoal pit is going to get us a ton of charcoal, so that's going to be good for now. Let's start making this copper anvil, shall we? So I think I'll put a fire pit just here. Oh no, we can't. It's got wood there, it'll burn. Right, let's take this wood out and let's put some bricks there instead. That is probably a better idea. Should have some spare bricks over in our chest here. Bricks, there we go. So if you're making like a fire pit thing, I think it will only burn or try to burn the block the blocks that are directly around it. So if this was wood, this block, and I put a fire pit here, then that would burn. And obviously if this one bit burns, it's going to burn everything else that's attached to it. So I think I'm going to put a fire pit just down here. That's a saw, that's not going to break stone. And just for look's sake, I'm going to put a brick there. So then we can actually cook some of these, or cook some of this native copper up in vessels, and then go straight to welding it once we've actually transferred it into these casts. Speaking of casts, I'm going to need quite a lot more of those. So I'm not too sure how many ingots a vessel can hold. Each one of these is 25 units, so 16 every 4 is going to be an ingot, so that's 4 ingots per vessel. I think if we do 8, we should be okay. So let's put 8 in there, and 8 in here, or 16, 32, yeah. 32 of each native ore in there. And let's go and grab some more of those molds that I was making. I've only got another 4, so that's 8 in total. I think that should be okay for now. I hope that should be okay for now. What is in here? Nothing. Okay. Good to know. So I may I may start cooking up a few more of those molds, but we should be okay for now. I may actually just do one of these vessels at a time just to be safe. I'm going to need some logs and some straw. I don't know why I put all these logs back, because I'm just going to need them again. Let's take some more logs. And I should have a bunch of straw stored in here somewhere. There we go. So, yeah, we've got flux, we've got the hammer, and all we need to do now is basically put hot ingots in here and we'll be able to weld them into double ingots. Oh yeah, and this stuff makes some really cool bink bonk sounds. I love it, it's really cool. So let's get this baby fired up. And we can start making our first anvil, or our second anvil technically, because this is an anvil, this stone one. You just can't do a lot on it. You can't do anything on it, I don't think, really. So hopefully this don't burn. That would be real disappointment if this stuff starts burning. I'm gonna stick my hoe on this tool rack along with my mace. And maybe my shovel, because I haven't really been using these much. Actually, no, we're going to need our shovel for the charcoal. So, while this guy cooks up, I'm going to check on the charcoal and all that stuff, and I'll be right back, guys. Okay, guys, it just finished cooking, but I'm just going to try and finish off this thing that I was doing, just trying to make this look a bit cooler. I think that looks okay. Can we still get a decent reach to it? Maybe I'll do one more little slab. Yeah, I think that's cool. That looks good. Right, let's take this out and start filling our casts up with ingots. 800 units, so it can actually hold 8 whole ingots. Now you'll see brilliant white liquid. That's the heat or the temperature of it. Now we have to get these guys to weldable or workable. I'm gonna turn this back into an anvil and get it ready. So once this turns from a liquid to a solid, we can actually use it in the anvil. I may actually have to do another 2 quickly here while we're waiting. Hopefully we'll have time. Yellow, white, that's still liquid, so we've got a little bit of time. You'll notice the 4 stars, that's kind of like the progress bar. As that goes down or up, it's going to change. Yellow, white, liquid, so yellow. So that's almost turning into a solid. Right, let's get ready to weld this. Liquid, liquid, liquid. Okay, orange. I think we're almost there. It should go bright red. Oh, yes. Bright red. To pour or combine. Okay, so they're both bright red. Let's pop them out of the casts quickly. And should say can work, can weld. Oh, no. Oh, no. Yeah, we took too long. So we need it to be right at the top of bright red, so it says can weld. Okay, let's try it again with these other ones. Basically, to reheat these back up, we're going to need this forge, and for that we're going to need charcoal. So this should turn bright red. Let's quickly get that out, and that's still orange. Can I take it out as orange? Yes, I can. Alright, we should have done that before. Can work, can weld. No, it can't weld anymore. Weld! No! Okay, this is a pain. Right, so we're going to need to get this forge going to heat these up better. Basically, you can... Thank you, Walter. You can basically heat 2 things up or 2 ingots up at the same time, so they should stay at the same temperature. Yeah, that's a pain in the butt. I need to quickly make sure I get the rest of these out as ingots. And maybe we'll try again, but I think we'll probably just have to wait for our charcoal pit. to finish up, and then we can use our forge, and that should make it a lot easier. I think we can use that the little campfire thing to heat them up, but it's not going to heat them up to a weldable temperature, so it's not really much use to us. Maybe we can do this a little bit better. So once it gets to orange, we need to pop them out of the casts. I'm just going to go check on the charcoal pit quickly. If it's caved in, then it should be done. Seems like it's still going. No? Aha! Right, our charcoal pit is done. That's good to know. So let's quickly go back and try and weld together a couple of these ingots. If not, we'll go and collect the charcoal, or some of the charcoal. There's a lot to be collected. So orange, wait till it gets orange. Yellow, liquid. It should go orange. It's still liquid. Alright, now it's solid. We can take it out. Ah, and that's got can weld, can work. Danger. It's got danger, but we can still work it right. So they can both be welded. Maybe we have to wait till they're at orange temperature to weld. Weld! Yes! That is amazing. Now we have one double ingot. Right, these are at orange as well. Let's quickly pop these guys out and weld those together. Danger. Basically, it says danger because if it gets any hotter, it's going to turn into liquid again. So when you're using it in this, there's a chance that it could be destroyed unless you have some of these ingot casts to catch the runoff. So that's 2 double ingots. I think we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe? I think it's 7. So 7 double ingots is 14 ingots. That's not that much at all. Maybe we might need a bit more. Let's go and harvest this charcoal, and then we can see about cooking up the rest and finishing off this anvil, hopefully. So let's get our shovel. Where's our shovel? There it is. Cool. So this is like, well, so this is charcoal sheets basically. Each, it's kind of like 1/8 of a layer thick, and each one of these is a piece of charcoal. If you can kind of see that chipping away at it. There is a quicker way of harvesting this than doing each individual piece at a time. If you break the bottom piece, no? Okay, I heard, or I read on the TFC wiki that if we break the bottom piece, then we would get the whole stack, but maybe that's not true. So yeah, we kind of have to break these individually. It's going to take a long time. But we've got charcoal now, which means we can work a forge. So let's go. I'll go show you how to actually make this forge. I think you need 8 sheets of charcoal and a firelighter. That's pretty much all you need to get it started. Have we got any piglets? No. Good, because I don't want to deal with that right now. That's going to be a struggle to keep all the pigs in. When they have babies, they have a lot of babies. Right. So, forge here, we basically put 8 pieces of charcoal, or sheets of charcoal, until this is a full block. And we take our firelighter and light that baby, and it turns into a forge. That looks really, really cool, you know. I'll get a screenshot of that. Oh no, why'd you go out? So, can we... Hey, why can't I right click? That's strange. Maybe I need to relight it again. Okay, I don't know why it's not letting me access the GUI of this thing, or the interface, whatever you want to call it. So maybe it's because my chimney is wrong. Let's see if that fixes it, and I will be right back once I've figured this out. Aha! So, I was right about the chimney. You can only have one block in between the chimney and the actual forge interface. So now we can right click it and go into it. So yeah, make sure this is not more than one block away from your forge. That was a bit of a silly mistake. Let's put our flux back in the anvil. And this, you basically put charcoal in here. Can we put charcoal in here? That should feed it charcoal, but basically that's gonna use the charcoal as fuel, and then you put the metals that you want to heat up here, and yeah, that's gonna heat it up. And yeah, let's get it going. So right click and it should fire up, and it should start using this charcoal. We may need to get some more actually. And yeah, to make it heat up quicker, or to stay at higher temperatures, or to stay at a constant temperature, you're going to need a set of bellows to do that. So this is heating up. Once it gets to bright red, I'm guessing actually once it gets to orange is the best place to take it out. Although it says danger, that'll give us a little bit extra time to weld them into double ingots. So I'm going to get welding these guys, and probably have to make some more actually. Let's get this guy cooking. Where are my logs? There they are. And I will be right back once I've got a few more double ingots, and hopefully we can make this anvil. Can work. That needs to get to can weld, which is going to be one more star, but I'm going to try and keep it at orange. Let's put some casts in there to catch any runoff if it turns to liquid. Can work, bright red can work. So once it gets to orange, just about orange, I'm going to take it out and take it to our anvil quickly, as quick as possible, and weld them together. So can work, can weld. Once that hits orange, I'm going to take it. Orange. Right, let's weld these babies. Oh, where'd it go? It went in there. Weld. Yes, there we go. Let's get another 2 in there. I should have probably kept the 2 in there, or the extra 2 in there, so that we did this a little bit quicker. Now we have to wait for this one to get all the way up to orange. But that's fine with me. And if you want to cool them down quickly, like if I wanted to use these double ingots straight away, you basically just put them in a barrel of water. That's going to cool them down. These are gold ingots, if you didn't know. Nope. Put them back. I've got absolutely tons and tons of gold in that gold mine I showed you last episode. So I'm going to keep an eye on this, and I'll be back once we have the anvil ready to go. Oh, I should probably shut the door as well. That's not a great idea. So yeah guys, I'll be right back. Okay guys, so we're almost there. I've got all the double ingots that we're going to need. I'm just making the last one out of all our copper. And now we've got 8 double ingots. We need 7 for the anvil, so let's make it right now. That one's hot. I don't know if temperature makes a difference, but we're going to try and use ones with the same temperature. It doesn't really matter. There we go. So copper anvil. There's next tier of anvil. I should have probably left these as regular ingots. Can we stack double ingots? No. Or maybe we can. That's just too hot to stack. Let's try cooling that down. And let's see if we can stack it. No. Okay, so that's good to know. If I make too many, I'll leave them as regular ingots. So let's take the flux and the hammer from this. Let's break the stone because we don't need this anymore. And there we have a copper anvil, baby. Oh yeah. So I think that's a good start. Next episode we're going to try and get to the bismuth stage, because once we get to the bismuth stage we can start making bronze tools and stuff and armor and all sorts of different stuff. Our forge just went out, so yeah, good stuff. I'm gonna make sure I collect all of that charcoal for the next episode as well. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this episode, guys. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. As always, guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.